Now it's time for Downtown Hockeytown, presented by Labatt Blue Light. And today's guest is Robby Fabbri, Detroit Red Wings forward. Robby, so great to see you today. I'm glad that we got to at least see you virtually. It's been way too long.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me.
We're excited, and we know that these times are, a little crazy for everybody right now. But why don't you tell all of us how you've been spending this quarantine? What have you been doing to pass the time?
Yeah, it's definitely been a different time for everyone, and I'm back here in Toronto, at my condo. Trying to get out as much as I can with the dogs, and that's about it. Other than that, watching some Netflix and doing some in-home workouts, and that's about it.
Robby, how difficult has this been for you? I mean, you've really you kind of revived your career with the Red Wings, obviously, with all the injury history that to have it just kind of boom be put on pause out of nowhere. Has it been more of a mental strain than a physical strain on you?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're always used to, being on the go, always in the rink, always, working out and, on the road or, whether I'm here in Toronto and just going to the gym and doing that stuff. So it's a little bit of a different time, but, I think my injuries helped with the mental side of it, because I did a lot of this for, a year and a half when I wasn't playing.
So you made a pretty big impact with the Red Wings as soon as you were traded over here from St. Louis, and you scored, I think it was 2 power play goals in your first game against Boston as a Red Wing. What do you think it was that made you mesh so well with this team?
Yeah, that was a pretty exciting, first game there. Getting a fresh start was huge for me, and I was very excited for that. And to get Bird to assist on those 2 goals was special as well. But it was just such a welcoming group. Right from the get-go, they made me feel comfortable. The team was great, and it allowed me just to focus on getting back to where it was before the injuries.
Robby, you had 9 total power play points for the Wings this year, 6 goals and 3 assists. When you walked into that Red Wing room, you knew the situation. You're coming from a Stanley Cup champion. You're walking into a team that is through a major rebuild. Can you kind of elaborate your mindset walking in where you knew it reeked of opportunity for you, I must imagine. I mean, if you had to leave a Stanley Cup champion, as crazy as it sounds, what better situation than to walk into the Red Wing room?
Yeah, it was opportunity for me personally, that I needed to get my career back on track. And, that was the main focus, coming into the room. And along with doing that was to, help this team as much as I can and get things going and get along with this rebuild. But, it was definitely a lot of fun. And, it was exciting for me to get back and playing. And, I'm going to repeat myself again, but, the group of guys we have in that room, made everything a lot easier for me.
So talking about the group of guys that you're playing with, and we all know that it was a tough season when it comes to wins and losses and what was going on with the rebuild situation, but how would you describe the culture of the Red Wings locker room after spending the time that you did with that team?
Very professional. A lot of us have never had seasons like that or been a part of something like that. But, every day you're going to the rink, you're working on what you need to work on, and everyone's mindset was, get better each and every day. With whatever we were doing, whether it was just in the gym or, in practices or videos. And, the mindset never changed throughout the whole year, even though it was so tough, going game to game. So, that helped out, everyone, stay in the right mindset and come to work every day.
Robby, when you look at the situation the Red Wings were in, I'm really more curious that you mesh so well. But I think one thing that we tend to forget, even though you were teammates with Tyler Bertuzzi and won the OHL championship with the Guelph Storm, that there's kind of a pecking order. When you get to this level, when you walk into an NHL room, chances are you're with your contemporaries. You know a lot of these guys just through playing against them. So I guess this was a pretty easy transition for you where, you know Dylan and, you might know Mantha, that you're kind of aware of who these guys are, even though they're brand new teammates to you.
Yeah, the hockey community is small. You know, you get to know everyone through going through the draft. You know, getting to know Perlini and Larkin and you know Mantha and the Memorial Cup. He was a big name that everyone knew there. Bowie at the World Juniors. So you get to know everyone, you know, through playing with them, and you know you chat on the ice here and there, and you know that's the great part about you know playing hockey. You know you get to know everyone, and you get to know a lot of people, and make new friends, and you know it's pretty easy for everyone to get along.
As we've talked about, Robby, you were having a successful season up until the NHL paused this season. And obviously, you got to stay prepared in case the league does come back, which is something that they are trying to do. What are you doing at home to kind of stay in hockey shape, even though you can't skate?
Yeah, it's you know I'm just in my condo here, so there's not too much I can do. But I was lucky enough to have my trainer here, Matt Nickel, set me up with an assault bike and got some weights and some bands. And, you know, I got myself into a good routine, you know, doing everything I can every day to make sure I'm getting the cardio and the strength. And, you know, I got a lot of time on my hands, so it's not hard to take a couple hours and you know, stay in the routine I was doing before the season canceled.
Robby, if you've told me once, you've told me a million times this season, you have a little bit of a temper out there on the ice, and I think you've shown it a few times. And Jeff Blashill has always said that when Robby Fabbri is engaged, he is elite level hockey player. But coming off 2 major knee injuries, was it difficult for you to get that edge back, even though you know that that's how you're at your best, that you play better when, you know, you're not the biggest guy in the world, but when you're, you know, kind of playing the rough and tumble game?
Yeah, I've kind of, you know, had that in me my whole life. You know, I've never been a big guy. But, you know, I sometimes I think I'm 6'2", 200 pounds, but no, it's just the competitive nature I've always had, you know, on the ice and with everything. And, you know, I definitely feel it in games. If I don't have that going for me, I don't feel as into the game. And you know, sometimes that takes you know a big hit or getting hit or something like that just to get yourself engaged into the game, like Blashill said. And you know, he's done a great job with that with me this year. You know, making sure I don't shy away from that, and you know, my personality definitely helps with that.
So as Art mentioned, you're coming off of 2 major knee injuries. You've kind of resurged your career here in Detroit. What are your goals as a Red Wing moving forward?
Just to keep improving. You know, there's still a lot that I want to do and a lot that I need to do to keep, you know, getting better and keep getting stronger and everything. And, you know, along with doing that, being part of this rebuild is going to be fun. You know, there's a lot of talent in that room, and you know the pieces are going to get put together real soon, and you know that's an exciting way to look at it.
Robby, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're an unrestricted free agent whenever that's going to happen. Usually it would have been July 1st this year, but who knows? You might be playing, you know, hockey for the Red Wings on July 1st. Have you had any kind of preliminary talks with the Red Wings? Because I think we're all under the assumption you want to stay here and they want you to stay.
Yeah, for sure. I want to be here. Like I think it was an interview in New York. I said I want to play here as long as I can, and you know that hasn't changed one bit. But you know that's not a conversation for me to have. You know, I leave that to my agent and Steve to have, and you know I've just kind of been focusing on you know keeping myself ready in case we do come back and play, and you know, working as hard as I can and letting them take care of that side of it.
Robby, I got to ask you this. I've been following all of the players' Instagrams, kind of seeing what everybody's doing at home during this quarantine. Where's your Instagram?
Yeah, I know. I got rid of all my social media a little bit ago. I'm gonna get back on there, you know, once this is done. But you know, as of right now, I just you know go on my dog's Instagram and that's where I kind of keep up with everything and you know throw some posts out about them.
I like that. The
Robby,
dog
as you said,
Instagrams are the best anyway.
Do you care to share the Instagram, your dog's Instagram, so we can all start subscribing and keeping up with you every day?
Yeah, it's Huncho, HUNCHO1_.
All right, great. I know Daniella wrote that down.
Yeah, I'm already looking it up, actually.
There you go. This whole interview is going to be bombarded with posts from your dog. I'm really kind of curious. The room does get along. You guys are right around the same age for the most part. Obviously, there's some veteran leadership on this team as well. Have you stayed in contact with him? I mean, are you talking to Tyler constantly, or do you have a team meeting per se, just to not only keep physically sharp with what you're doing, obviously working out, but to still keep engaged as a team?
Yeah, we have our group chat that we keep in touch with each other. A lot of talks with the NHLPA, and everyone's getting their opinions in and stuff like that. And then with guys like Bert, Larks, Mantha, and Bowie, we've been keeping in touch quite a bit. I've got on Xbox a few times with Tyler, and it's always fun to keep up with them. And it's definitely tough. We're used to seeing each other every day, and now we're stuck with FaceTimes and texts.
Well, Robby, we hope that is not the reality for too much longer. And we thank you so much for joining us today for Downtown Hockeytown. It was great to see you and great to catch up with you, and glad everything's going okay for you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for having me, guys.
Downtown Hockeytown is brought to you by Labatt Blue Light, refreshing Canadian Pilsner. Visit your local retailer when safe to pick up some Labatt Blue Light.